home. I won't be able to handle it. And I said no, and I discussed it with the doctor. He said, look, try it at home. If you can't cope, then you have got always time to take her. And he told me to buy this for free, wheelchair and so on. And they used to take her, I had two nurses, day and night nurses, and they used to take her out, but she was with a tube. And one day, it was her, actually on her birthday, for the 7th of July, but she didn't know what's going on. She pulled out the tube. And I had to call the doctor, and the doctor said, look, it was completely twisted inside, and I can't put it back now. Let's wait and see until tomorrow. And he came, the doctor, the following day, and he said, look, let me try to feed her. And she was taking the food without the tube. So it was since 93, they were the nurses feeding her slowly. And she died in 97, in July. 97 in July, but she was bedridden. I mean, she didn't recognize the children at all. She didn't recognize me. She was like a vegetable.
Willie, do you think that you keeping her at home had anything to do with your experience in the Holocaust?
I think so.
Would you like to?
I think that it had to, because I know, all right, doctors, we didn't know how long that will go on, the whole thing. And you had always a hope. I mean, to put her, I don't believe, and I know she wouldn't have done it to me. And to put her in a home, but I heard of all these homes because I used to go to these associations, the Alzheimer's Association at the beginning. You heard all different stories in the homes and so on. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. And even today, I mean, my mother, who is in Israel, and I call her my mother, she wouldn't. I mean, she is living alone. All her friends are in a home, but she doesn't want. She said she rather stays at home, and my sister is looking after her.
Emotionally, Willie, how did that affect you after your experiences in the Holocaust?
Look, I went through a lot. I would say I went through a lot, and I all survived. I had a lot of happenings during the Holocaust, after the Holocaust. But I was very ambitious and very strong in anything what I wanted to do. I'm to establish a factory like what I did. It wasn't easy to go as a just after the war, going to an exhibition. Not everybody would do it, and to win the first prize. I was very ambitious all my life. Everything was actually the manufacturing side of it, which I learned as I grew up with, as a child. And I achieved. I mean, I was mining in Rhodesia those days. I did a lot of things to do, not to do even with the jewelry, cutting stones. I established a cutting factory, and I was always going ahead. And that's what I'm doing also. Today, I'm just going ahead. I'm trying to forget the past, and I'm looking forward for the new things. I was in my younger days, I was going ahead, and I wasn't scared from nothing.
Willie, I'm going to take you right back and ask you the question about how did you feel killing the guard when you rescued your father?
I thought I had to rescue, and I didn't feel nothing killing. I could have killed anybody else. I mean, not a friend or any, but anybody else those days. And I was strong. I don't think that physically I was strong, because I was youngster. I mean, I was very thin. I mean, what could I mean, as I mentioned before, I had problems. I went blind after I came back from the concentration camp. And they realized that I was lacking calcium, and I was all right. So I went through a lot, and to kill them, I mean, as I saw killings all the time, I mean, in the trains when we were taken, here killed, it didn't mean nothing to me. It didn't mean nothing at all. It's not today that maybe I'm too emotional, which I didn't wanted to talk about it. I mean, I did this whole the filming, and I kept it as a secret. I mean, secret. I didn't keep it as. I mean, my other friends knew it, but I didn't talk about it. I just didn't wanted to talk, you know, on the past, because I know that I'm a little bit too emotional.
Why have you decided to do this now, Willie?
I thought after going back in 87, which I also didn't want to go back to Czechoslovakia. My children insisted. And seeing it and recognizing, and I thought that will be worse, to go back after 50 years. But I was quite happily going there with the children, recognize everything and to all the towns. So I thought that I will do this film, which I didn't want it before.
Are you pleased with your decision?
Yeah.
Would you like to give your children a message?
No, I would like, I hope it won't happen to them what happened. Yeah, and I went through a lot, and I gave them all the necessary education, what I didn't get. And I tried to give whatever I could. And I really didn't get the education. I didn't get, no, I mean, I didn't finish schooling, and I had to work hard after the war and so on. It wasn't easy traveling and to establish businesses and to look after the factory side, to look after the business side and so on. So it wasn't easy.
Is there a message that you'd like to give to the world?
I hope it won't happen again, what happened with the Jews. And I think that's what people are talking more about the Holocaust, because that's, you didn't hear before talking so much as you are, no, it's just last week I heard on the 702, people were talking and talking, you know, coming back. But it's coming back after 50 years. And you don't know what can happen, you know. It's, I wouldn't like to be as a refugee and like again, you know, like yesterday I was just talking with some people who were coming from the Congo and as refugees, and I passed this. I passed this.
William, I would like to say thank you. I
It's a
know
pleasure.
you were
Thank you.
very brave to do this, and we
Yeah,
so
mm.
appreciate it. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you very much. This document is from my father when he became a jeweler in 1920. This it's where he was born, the mention here, Chalar, and in 1903, and he received it in, he passed his exams in 1920, October, 26th of October, in Hungary. And this is that when those days you needed this, otherwise you couldn't start jewelry business on your own. So this is the document. Yeah. This is my birth certificate. It's in small. I've got it in enlarged also. There were mentions that I was born on the 14th of October 1929 in Mukachevo. Yeah, that's. These are, one is, these two are death certificates. One is from my brother Otto, it's all in Russian, and one is from my sister Ivoya. It was issued in 1944, 31st of May. Yeah, that's what, as they say, the whole it's death certificate from my sister and also from my younger brother. Mm. That's just in Czech. That's translatable. It's also for my father when he became. He passed his exams. So they are giving him Mukachevo. Masarykova, they are telling him where he had the business in Mukachevo, Masarykova, 28. It was issued in 1938 in Mukachevo. Yeah, this is the photo of my father and mother when they got married in 1928. It's this is one of my pictures when I was about 7 years old. It was taken in Munkac. I don't know how I managed to find this picture, but I was very thin, as you can see. This picture is from my father's side of the family. In the middle is the granny, my granny. It's his father, and two sisters are there with the husbands and the grandchildren. That means their children. There is nobody survived from them. From this picture, nobody came back. Okay. This picture is nobody survived. That's my uncle and my auntie, who is two brothers married two sisters, and these are the cousins, younger cousins than me. They were staying around 30 kilometers from our town, and they had to. This is my father, the oldest brother between the brothers of my father, and this is the little son, and they had two sons. Nobody survived from them. Okay, this picture is taken in Mukachev, in Munkac, and the writing is in Czech, German, and Hungarian. It means jewelers, the Ungar brothers. Ungar brothers, the jewelers. And there they are standing there, the brothers. The four brothers, and the two are what's in the white, they are the workers. One is on the right hand, that's my uncle who passed away about 3 years ago, Arpad. And this one is who didn't survive. He was in a concentration camp in Theresienstadt. That's the third one who didn't survive from the concentration camp in Czechoslovakia. And the other one, the next one, the fourth, actually the fifth one is my uncle, that's the oldest brother between the brothers, and he also didn't survive. He was previously shown here on with the whole family, and that's my father, the last one. On the left is my father, who died in 1968. He survived the camp with me. That's my mother before they got married, and the other one is with my father, and my mother is sitting there. Also, that's all before.